Whoa, excuse me, we're just gonna jump in like commando then, just naked. Oh, okay. Hey internet, it's Jessica and welcome back to Dream Daddy Craig's Roots. So we're gonna complete his final date and then we'll get to see his good ending or his true end, or whatever you want to call it, his ending. Anyway, so the last time we had the 2 first dates, we realized Craig doesn't really have a lot of free time because he's an entrepreneur businessman. He runs a softball team for the girls' school, and he works out a lot. So he doesn't really have free time to be himself, and especially being a full-time dad with 3 kids. So that doesn't really help. Also, what doesn't help is like a lot of moms flirting with him, which I thought was funny, but I felt really bad for Craig. Anyway, we asked him if he wanted to go on a camping trip with us, so let's see if we can get this going on or not. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always says he's busy with work, the kids, but it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out. That's kind of sad, but the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of building the sleeping bags and the tent while he took care of the food, so I double-checked to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me in longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling nervous about it as I am. Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of the room, sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it finally zipped. Hey Pops, ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go. How much did you pack? That seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all my camera equipment, lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series of national monuments. She's smart. Ooh, what's that series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as their founding fathers. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna go to the woods. Out there in nature. You know, roughing it. Just like me and Mother Nature, the old Madre de Trees. Are you gonna be alright on your own?
Yes.
I'm not gonna have to get any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all. Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple of days without constant updates on who just got voted off the International Haunted House Hunters. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down the flight of Orient stairs by the ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcases and lugs it into the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dadtron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright, don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine. Promise. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig is already strapped to some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He noticed me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. Such a gentleman, right? I almost had a case of the vapors there. Never fear, these muscles were made to picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Remember, it's your weekend to relax, take it easy. I guess, can't argue with that. Everything good with Amanda? Yep, on our way to a school trip in Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? I'll ready to smash these for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I load the rest of this stuff into Craig's car as we get in. Oh no, what's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just, Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all of your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? All I have in my place are the series of CDs that guide you through calisthenic workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs. Imagine if that was his only, like, music choice. It's just, like, guides on how to work out. Take your pick. I thumbed through the page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case and find it. The last very slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Kegsang's Mega Mix Volume 1? Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop into the CD into the car stereo, and it's like I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays on, and soon we're both happily scream singing the lyrics to each other as we fly down the highway. Aww. This song was Carl's favorite. Carl, the third roommate. You brought that dog home one night, and I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had really bad cough and that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. And then we had a room inspection. That RA was so suspicious of us, could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out our tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and a spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. Feels good to be back out here. Real good. We park our car in the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks, otherwise I'd be dreading the hike that is about to happen. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything alright? Yup, just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone and we're off to the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take in all the trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? There's no reception out here. Oh my god, he can't relax. Like, he's still thinking about work and stuff. Oh yeah, being out here in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face. But what if there's a problem? There won't be. You've trained for this. Reception is the least of our worry. Let's just comfort him. There won't be. They're with. Okay, his kids are with with their mother. His business is fine. I'm pretty sure. He just sent the last work email, so there's nothing to worry about. It'll be fine. Come on, bud. Who's a relaxed boy? I don't know. Craig. I'm a relaxed boy. What the hell? That's my dude. I keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we could go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instincts is kicking in and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have a signal. I would have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away, no matter how old your kids are. You just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for a little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Hey! Craig looks at me directly in the eyes. No distraction, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not long before the hike before we get to the campsite. And we're both glad to see that we're the only people there. Can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic and already checked for holes. It seems better days for sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric and pulls onto the ground. We unfold the tent and the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. We still know how to do this, right? Of course we do! We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture on one with their eyes shut. I want to put up against a storm, but I think we'll be able to survive for a night. We set our couple of chairs and a cookout equipment, admiring our handiwork. Hey! Bro, look at us go! Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews. We hold the dominion over this land. Verily, and look at our camping chairs, which we are gonna sit on. So what's next on the camping extravaganza docket? Well, now that we got shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up here on the way, and I'm sure we can hike too. Let's get hiking! Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me. Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over to where he's pointing at. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt. What? I can't get over how detailed it is. I examine the butt tree further. The contouring is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were gonna have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds up back a snicker. I aspire to have every height to be good as this one. Oh my god, they're making butt puns. What am I doing? I'm snickering now too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share our huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about that, there's no daughters that tell us how bad our jokes are. We high five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more and less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back from our college days. I think we're getting close now. Check it out! There's a clearing up ahead, and as we get closer, I can hear water running. Nice! Waterfall! Crossing over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place. We go to investigate. The old waterfall! Nice! It's gorgeous! Nature's so rad. Peering over, what an idea of how deep the pool is. Oh. Think we can jump off like it in the old days? Ha! This old dad is happy here on dry land. Looks like you could climb right over. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. Oh. What are you talking about? Craig immediately begins to take off his clothes. Whoa, excuse me, we're just gonna jump in like commando then, just naked. Oh, okay. Look at Craig's butt. Don't look at Craig's butt. Can I just look at his butt? Is that weird? Gonna look at my bro's butt? Like, I'm just gonna can't help but sneak a peek. That is a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking. Oh. Do a lot of glute workouts. I immediately turn away blushing. You coming or what? Oh, I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall. By the time I finish my sentence, when I realize I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. That's true. But the thing is, does Craig see Darren as a friend? I don't know. Got it, Chief. Let's put on a show. Who needs pants anyway? You know what? Fine. Let's put on a show just for Craig. If the clothes are coming off, it's someone's birthday. Craig gives me a wolf whistle. I turn around and give my booty a spank. That one's for you, big boy. I take my shirt off and drop into the pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliffs into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher up here from this perspective. Craig always been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college and I'm honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks at me in the eyes. Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from underneath the water. Woo! He treads the water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to not think? I'm pretty sure that's physically not possible. My toes grip the edge of the rocks. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best to cannonball. Somewhere in the middle of it turns out to be a really graceful belly flop. Eee! Yikes! I hit the water with a loud slap. I resurfaced to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water at Craig. Oh. Are you sure about that? Yes? I splash him again. Oh. You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. Whoa! He launches another wave of water. Don't you put me in the corner here. Don't put me a wild animal in the corner. Squirt water at him in his hands. Hammer fist. Dunk him. Fuck it. Dunk him. I lunge for Craig and manage to get him in an arm lock. Time for the finishing move. I summon all my dad's strength to lift Craig out of the water. Hey! And then I drop into a splash. Craig bounces back out of the water. Whoa. My turn! Oh no, it seems like Craig was simply allowing me to pick him up and dunk him in. He grapples me and he's clearly superior in muscles and quite literally tosses me across the water. I emerge from the water, devastated. Oh. You think I did all those pull-ups just so I could look good with my shirt off? Nah, bro. These arm cannons are dad launchers. Craig does a playful flex for me. Nice. Damn. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There's peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush. Oh. Not so scary now, huh? I'll race to the top. I had an extreme... I had enough excitement to that. I think I would want to race him to the top, right? We run all the way to the slick rocks and cannonball off the waterfall again. What a rush. Good form on that one. Want to go again? Do it! With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I barely flop onto the water. Phew, man, this is fun. Got one more in you? I live for danger. Let's just go all the way. It takes us a little more time, but we get to the waterfall and both of our best running into the water below. Alright, I think that's my limit. We should go back before it gets too dark. Are you kidding? I never felt more alive. You're right. How about I never felt more alive? Is that weird to say? Alright, bro, you sure? It's my turn. It's my time to jump. I scurry up the rocks once more and do another classical cannonball. Wow, this is so much fun. I'm getting kind of cold. Want to go back to the camp now? No, I'm here to jump. Can we just keep jumping? Are we just gonna keep doing this? This is kind of funny. No, I'll go back. Okay, I'm done.
Oh.
We should probably head back. Put our clothes back on and I noticed that they're very soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. It's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We could dry off it and get some dinner going. So we're just gonna like be naked pretty much the entire time. Stopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything that we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes in tinfoil. Ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling in for a relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese and not microwaved and having the trouble believing the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure, let me just grab my matches. Craig reaches into his back pocket. He rummages around his bag, pulling a thing out and checking every pocket. Uh-oh. Oh no! I know I packed it! Craig checks another bag and he still can't find it. My stomach grumbles now and I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I should have worn up. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I watch plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. Technically, they are kind of naked too, so I guess this works. We'll need some wood. I gestured to the trees around us. There's no shortage of that. And some tinder. We can make that work. And then, I think some ancient aliens are supposed to come by and give us advanced technology, or renovate our house, depending on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have enough material that could conceptually make a possible looking campfire. Just add fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is now setting into a low breeze, rustling the trees off around us. We have to work quick. I've done this in the past. I know I can figure this out. Just give me a second. Any way I can help? Give me moral support, lift my spirits up, and we'll make this fire happen. You can do it! Never knew a better Craig. Go overboard with compliments. I'm gonna go overboard with compliments, because, you know, we need that fire starting, and also, Craig is a good person. You're really giving that fire the business! You're an amazing, hard-working father with a steady work ethic, and everyone loves you. Your daughters think you're a superhero, and the neighbor dads respect you immensely. Also, your butt looks great. Bro, stop, you're gonna make me cry. Okay. Don't want the tears putting out that fire. Hey, we did it! Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon we have enough nice little fire going. Way to go, man. We're regular old outdoorsy fellas. Hooray for not dying. I take a seat on the lawn chairs Craig bought and cozy up to the fire, warming my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig strokes the fire and makes up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all the hiking and swimming at the fire staring, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sounds of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan that he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushing garlic over them while basting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fancier I ever saw him get in college is when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto the dry ramen and eating it straight up. Oh my god, I did that too. When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk. Grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig pulls out the steak onto the paper plate and sets them aside. I reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away.
Oh.
Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. Oh my god, he knows how to cook steak properly. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steak longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares the side salad for us, and in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto the freshly chopped greens. He plates them next to the generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in.
Oh.
Everything tastes okay. I'm in heaven. That's what I like to hear. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to that. Look at you now. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is a microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've gotten your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it.
Oh.
I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He rarely grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. Oh, you okay? Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down.
Oh, man.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I feel bad for this guy. This dude does like a lot of things, and I feel like none of them are for him, if that makes any sense. I have to. For my girls, I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're in with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way.
Oh.
That, and I don't want to fall into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. He's a good dad, but he doesn't have anything for himself. Sad. But it seems like it's bleeding you dry.
Oh.
If that's what it takes to raise them well, then it's worth it. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too.
Dude.
I do, though. I eat right and exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Nice.
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you want to care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're too busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter too.
Oh.
It's just, I know I can provide for my family. If I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them.
Oh.
But I can't explain it, man. There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve to. To be honest, I feel guilty about being out here. I think he's like, I'm just speculating, and I'm not a doctor, so I don't fucking know anything, but I'm just saying, like, the way he's acting, it seems like he's kind of, like, addicted to being a workaholic, if that makes any sense. That's the sense I'm getting from him. I think he's a workaholic. That's why he feels like, I can't take a break, I have to keep working more and more. Aw, man, I feel bad. Craig, you're trying your best and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact, but even if you weren't, you would still deserve happiness.
Oh, man.
Do I, though? Hell yeah, bro! He does, though.
Oh.
I look at Craig and think about what a good friend, even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, he's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If you can only see yourself the way I see you.
Oh.
Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies.
Oh.
Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you going to use the campfire to torch up some tops, some creme brulee?
Mm-hmm.
What? I know a little nothing about cooking. Craig pulls in marshmallows.
Hey.
Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to completely blacken the marshmallows. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but gooey on the center of it, it's preserved. Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me and then I catch it in my mouth.
Oh.
Pro move. We used to be able to do that a great distance against the wind at disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit by the warm glow of the campfire, watching the embers float up towards the sky. Stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah, I miss this, Darren. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering the stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. I feel so bad for him. He's just, oh, poor Craig. We crawl into the tent and I unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh no, I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'll just curl up over here. No way, here. Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room for both of us to lay on top of him. Aww. Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other without a blanket. It's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath on my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches away from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hands find a place on my waist. Ooh, what? What? Hello? Okay, what? I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. Yay! I'm sorry, I thought Craig always saw Darren as like just a friend, but I guess he kept holding back because, you know, he always put his family first, but yay, he's gonna be happy. We look at each other again. My heart is racing. Craig,
Oh, man.
I got a strong feeling for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Bro, me too. Yeah, bromance, literally. I run my hands through his hair, then down his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. Aww. I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Hey! Yeah, date complete! I like how it says cargo shorts, oh my god.
Man, that was amazing.
I'm glad that this date went well and that he essentially found some form of happiness, even though it's going to be hard for Craig to like kind of like let go of like his mentality of being a workaholic. At least he found something with Darren. That's nice. Okay, so this is the ending for Craig's route, and this is just after Amanda's graduation party. I take a seat next to Craig as the last guests make their way out of the party. Bro, this reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Fewer keg stands, of course. Probably for the best. I don't want to get my hip replaced after a party trick gone wrong. We can leave keg stands in the past. I'm taking this weekend to relax. This party was my first stop out of the express train from the relaxation station. Next stop, Napville. Pull into the Darren concourse. I'd like to book a ticket to Napsville as well. I might have to meet you halfway at the eating food directly off of your own stomach town. We both giggle, but man, do I want to pour some chips on my belly while I hang out in the hammock. Craig, I'm really glad that you're making time for yourself. Me too. Stress is a funny thing, dude. I didn't realize how overworked I was until he got away from the city. It's honestly just as deconstructed as I binge drink every night and eating burritos off the floor. I guess we need to get out of the city more often then. Craig kicks his legs over to the side of the bench and leans onto me, lying on my lap. I run my fingers through his hair. You're looking for balance. I admire that. Trying not to feel guilty about doing things for myself. It's a process. And it's gonna take me some time to figure it out. I might need your help, bro. Craig, I'll always be your bro until the day I die. Even if being a bro means forcing you to take care of yourself, then I'll happily oblige. Craig looks up at me, smiling. Bro, that means so much to me. I like how they still call each other bro, even though they're in a relationship, you know what I mean? That's sweet. Craig sits up and pulls me into a kiss. Bro, we both laugh. You and me are going to be alright. Yay! I liked Craig's route because, again, each character, I think what people were expecting with this game is just like too much fanfare or fan service, I guess, but I like that the problems of so far each of the dads we've gone through are very realistic. Like we can relate to, like I can relate to Craig, like the whole working too much and not taking a break. And it's good that in the end, Craig accepts the fact that he is a workaholic and he wants to take a break and he's starting to do that. So that's good to see. And I'm happy that he ends up in a relationship with our dad, but then he calls him still bro, and I think that's pretty cool. I like it. I like this route. It was good. Let me see his pic. I like how his freaking shirt is still open. Like, Craig, please, you have to show off your freaking muscles. My god, I love it though. Okay, so that was Craig's route. I hope you guys enjoyed his route and his story and this episode. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Craig. And if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe to join the companions. If you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. Get early access to videos are Patreon only, the Discord server to come down to me, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Alright, so please write in the comments which dad you would like next. Either Robert, Hugo, Joseph, or Brian. I'll pick from those 4 dads, and then we'll continue on from there. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! But A knot? Where? How can I go upstairs? Are you serious?
4, 3.
I can't get upstairs. Yeah, I didn't want to. Maybe next time you invite 2 people over, don't start fucking one of them. Oh, bye. Oh no! What is it?